So today we're having a walk down to Luggiebank to see the Luggie Water, which is the river that was in my Dusk and Waterfalls blog. So this time you're going to see it in daylight and it's absolutely stunning in the snow. Look at that sunshine. Hopefully we'll get to see some wildlife too. Maybe some deer. I know a couple of years ago there were some deer just next to us here where the golf course is. As you can see, it's a beautiful day, beautiful blue skies. Let's see what we can find. So what I thought I'd do is, while I'm doing the blog, I'll add some details in about the Luggie so you get to know a bit more about our local history. Oh wow, there's absolutely no footsteps down here. It doesn't look like anyone's been walking their dog since it snowed. This is amazing. And here we have some roe deer hoof prints. Looks like they came down from the far bank. And here is my absolute favourite waterfall on this walk in the daylight. I don't know if you can tell from the video, but the sides of the gorge are really, really high. And it's almost a sheer rock wall that's just covered in some foliage. So this is where we stopped filming with Copper, but because it's such a beautiful day and it's not nearly night time, I'm going to continue walking to the end and show you the viewpoint that I went to in one of my videos in 2020, and there's a buzzard's nest, so maybe we'll get to see a buzzard. Okay, so this is a footpath where it looks like the runner got to his post and then went back. There are no more footsteps again. We're on virgin snow.
I saw sweet Luggie wind her amber waters, through lawns of dew and glens of glimmering green, and saw the comeliness of Scotland's daughters, their speaking eyes and modest mountain men. I bless the Godhead over all presiding, who placed me here, removed from human strife, where Luggie in her clear unwearied gliding is but the image of my inner life.
it's days like this when, number one, I love being self-employed as a freelancer. I might not make much money, but nature just makes up for it, and being able to get out whenever I want. And number two, moving from the south of England to live in Scotland, you might have loads and loads of rainy days, grey days, freezing cold days, bitterly blowing wind, but when you get to do this, it's all worth it, even for just a couple of hours, because this is what it's all about, living up here. Absolutely gorgeous, and I just can't believe that this is my home. These steps have only recently been put in, and it makes it so much easier, because before it was just a really wet, slippery trail. So the people looking after the nature reserve have really improved this. I think they did it all in the end of 2019, beginning of 2020. Let's see if the buzzard's home. I'm surprised not to see any fox trails up here. Oh, here's something. Oh, it's a bird. It must be one of the crows. To give you some idea of where I am, the river's down to those trees on the left, and straight ahead of me is Commonwealth, and then up over that hill on the right past the farm there is Palace Road Country Park. But we're here on Luggiebank Nature Reserve, and it always takes my breath away. If you want, you can walk down there, but it's quite a lot of bog, as you can see from the marron grass. And then this pine stand here is home to the crows, a couple of seagulls, and in that scotch pine there is the buzzard's nest. Now, I don't know if you can pick up how quickly those clouds are moving, but just beside those really nice white clouds and blue sky, on the other side of the pines is a snow cloud. I need to walk home, so I might have to give up buzzard hunting for today. So now I'm walking back the way I came, but there's a little detour I can make that keeps me near this farmer's fence, and we'll have a slightly different trail back to the main path. The remains of a dry stone wall that goes all the way up to the top of that hill, cuts through where we've got the nature reserve here, continues on down here. You can see the dry stone wall a bit better from here, and that's where the buzzard lives. That's where I was standing up there. Everything's pretty quiet right now. I don't know how well this is going to show up on camera, but it's really interesting. Well, I think it's interesting anyway. One of the tree branches is dipping the tip of itself in the water, and the water's running over it in a really weird way. It looks like glass. I'll just try and zoom in. This is probably the perfect bit for me to try and capture a 360 so you can see what I'm in the middle of. Here we go. the white balance is a bit thrown off because of the snow. There's beautiful blue sky. And everyone else has gone home. So this is like what we call the mini beach. It's like a tiny little bit of shingle. It's usually covered up, so the river's quite low at the moment. But here you go. And this tree is almost growing upside down. Its roots are up there on an outcrop of rock, and it's growing down towards the water, out and across. So I tried to zoom in a bit, but it was really dark under there. But there are its roots, and there's the trunk. And it's completely upside down. So if you're wondering about the gorge on the other side, it's actually quite a way away from the river, but it's just as high as it is on the right hand side. In some places it tapers out, but usually on this side here, that's where the deer are, halfway up the crag. No one's here today though. I haven't even seen the flash of a white tail or anything. Okay, seeing as there's no one around, I thought I'd see how long my battery lasts and show you one of the deer trails that I've been on a couple of times. Now, this goes up the side of the gorge that I just showed you, and it should take us up the top of my favourite waterfall. It's a natural path where half the rocks have slid down, and then all the plant matter and compost and everything have kind of formed a ledge, and has loads and loads of bluebells over it. But in the dip that I'm walking in, it's actually just gravel. So that's the end of the waterfall there. Let's just show you the top. This is the very top of the waterfall. We're quite high up, and all the way down there in the distance is the river and the path that I was on. There we go. Right up there, just through the trees, that's where I was standing. It started to cloud over again. There was supposed to be snow in probably about half an hour. I'll make it home in time. I literally made it home just as this has happened like 30 seconds ago. You can't even see where I've been walking. Massive snow cloud. I'm so glad I can get in my front door soon. Oh my gosh. Oh, I really need to get inside. Oh, that wind. We've had an extreme amount of snow